Hi there! One of you asked for some crochet yokes. So I went to try some, and this one is made with 2 half mandalas. You can finish the top by making the bottom out of fabric, like in these examples, or you can make a crochet bottom for it. Lots of variation possible. I'm curious about your ideas. Let's begin. I've already made 1/2 of the mandala. I used for this pattern a number 3 cotton yarn. You can use any number 3 yarn you like. I use a cotton, but that is totally up to you. For the whole yoke, you need about 100 to 150 grams of yarn. I use a 4mm crochet hook. Okay, we start with a magic loop. So place your yarn on your fingers, wrap it around, hold it, slide your hook underneath the first, grab the second, give it a twist, wrap your working yarn and chain 1, and then you can let go. So here is your magic loop, and in this magic loop we make 7 double crochet. So we start with a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and this counts as your first double crochet, so we need 6 more. So yarn over, so it's in the same stitch or in the magic loop, and make a double crochet. 2, and we need 7, so 5 more double crochets, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then you can close by pulling the tail end. So this is the start of your half mandala. Then we chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn your work, and then we make 2 double crochet in every stitch across. So this chain 3 counts as your first double crochet. So in the same stitch here we make another double crochet. So yarn over, insert in the same stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 and pull through 2. So 2 double crochet in the first stitch and in every stitch across. So in the next stitch 2 double crochet, in the next stitch 2, so repeat this until the end, and in the last stitch, so in the top of the chain 3, we make also 2 double crochet. So insert in the top chain of the chain 3 and make 2 double crochet as well to end your row. And then row 2 is done. And then we go to row 3. For row 3 we chain 3, turn your work, this is your first double crochet, and then we repeat row 2. So we make 2 double crochet in every stitch across. So this chain 3 is your first double crochet, so in the same stitch we make another double crochet. So yarn over, insert in the first stitch and make a double crochet, and make 2 double crochet in every stitch until the end, and then you have 28 stitches. Okay, and the last 2 stitches we place them in the top of the chain 3, so 1, 2, 3, and in the top chain we make 2 double crochet to end the row. Like this. So here we have, let me show you this part done. So this part. Okay, for row 4 we make a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn your work. This is your first double crochet. And then in the next stitch, so yarn over, the first stitch we skip, because this counts as your first double crochet, and we make 1 stitch in every stitch, and then make a double crochet in the next stitch. So in the second stitch, a double crochet. So you have 2 double crochet, then chain 2, 1, 2, and then make a double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1 in the third and 1 in the fourth. So yarn over, make a double crochet in this stitch and a double crochet in the next. Like this. Then chain 2 and make 2 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So we don't skip stitches, we just make 2 double crochet in the next 2 stitches and then chain 2, 2 double crochet in the next 2 stitches, chain 2, 2 double crochet in the next 2 stitches and chain 2. Repeat this all the way to the end and end with 2 double crochet in the last 2 stitches. And the last stitch is the top of the chain 3 from the previous row. So repeat 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet all the way to the end. Chain 2, and then we make 2 double crochet in the last 2. So in the last double crochet and a double crochet in the top of the chain 3 to end your row 4. For row 5 we chain 3, so chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn your work, and then you see here the chain 1 spaces. We work in that chain 1 space, so we make a 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet in this chain space. So yarn over, insert in the chain 1 space, make a double crochet, another double crochet, so 2 double crochet in the chain 1 space, chain 1 and 2 double crochet in the same space again. So you have 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, all in the chain 1 space, like this. You repeat this all the way across until you are at the last chain 1 space, and then I'll show you how to finish the row. So yarn over, jump to the next chain 1 space and make 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, all in the same space. Then we go to the next chain 1 space and repeat 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. So repeat this in every chain 1 space, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, and I'll meet you back when you finish your last chain 1 space. Okay, this is my last chain 1 space of row 5, and now I finish the row with a normal double crochet, just 1 double crochet in the top of the chain 3 space, in the top of the chain 3. So 1, 2, 3 in the top, we make a double crochet, just 1, and then row 5 is done. For row 6, For row 6 we repeat row 5, but then we make 2 chains in between the sets of 2 double crochet. So 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet instead of 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. So let's begin with a chain 3, turn your work, this is your first double crochet, and then in the chain 1 space, so we use the chain spaces, whether it is a chain 1 space or a chain 2 space, we use the chain spaces to work your stitches into. So yarn over, insert your hook in the chain 1 space, the first chain 1 space, and make 2 double crochet, 1, another one in the same space, then chain 2, 1, 2, and make 2 more double crochet in the same chain space. So 1 and another one in the same space. So repeat that in every chain space. So 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, in the next chain space 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So repeat this all the way to the last chain space, and then I'll meet you back in the last chain 1 space. Also 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, and then in the top of the chain 3 at the end, a double crochet, just 1 double crochet, and there your row 6 is done. For row 7 we make a chain 3, turn your work, and then in the chain space we make 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, next chain space 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet. So in every row we make 1 extra double crochet or 1 extra chain. So we started with 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, now it is 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. The next is 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet. The next row is 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Then we make 1 double crochet extra, so in the next 4 double crochet, and then chain 1 again, 4 double crochet. Then in the next 4 double crochet, chain 2, 4 double crochet, and then the next 1 double crochet extra and 1 chain less. So 5 double crochet, chain 1, 5 double crochet, and in the next 5 double crochet, chain 2, 5 double crochet. Hope that makes sense. So that way you can build your half mandala, a little bit bigger than half, but you know what I understand what I mean. Work your rows of double crochets and chains until your mandala is the size you want. If you hold your mandala in front of your body or in front of the body where you make the yoke for, then you should cover the upper half of your body. So if this is the body you work for, then it should be covering about this. So where your armpits start, there it should touch your armpits, and then we make a top with some straps, and then the other half has also a half mandala, the back. So you make your work until the bottom of the work touches the front of your armpits. So keep working until your mandala is big enough. So I need about 110 grams for my size, but if you have a bigger size, my size is size small to medium. If you have a bigger size, then you need more yarn. So that's why I mentioned in the beginning you need 100 to 150 grams of yarn. So keep working, growing your mandala. When it is the size you want, the size you need, then bind off, weave your end, and make one exactly the same. So make another one exactly the same, but don't bind off that one. So we keep our yarn attached to the second one, and then if you have your 2 mandalas done, I'll meet you back and show you how to make the top part to finish it off. My 2 pieces are done. I have 2 exactly the same, and now it's time to make the straps and the border on top. So therefore, to decide how long your strap should be, therefore place it in front of your body, see where these points are on your body and where this point is. The total top gets ½ inch to 1 centimeter extra here. So keep that in mind when you hold it in front of your body, that there will be ½ inch or 1 centimeter extra at the top of the yoke. And then see where these 2 points hits your body, and then measure from that point to the top of your shoulder. For me that is 10 centimeters, so multiply that by 2 and I make a strap of 20 centimeters. So from the front to the top of the shoulder and from the top of the shoulder to the back. So measure from the top of your piece in front of your body to the top of your shoulder, multiply that by 2, and that's the height of your shoulder straps. We have bind off one piece, and the other piece we have the yarn still attached. So we pick up the loop and then we move on. So we worked our way this way and we ended the row here. So we move on, so we don't turn our work, move on all the way along the top. This way. And we make half double crochet stitches. And you see here, well, let me show you. You see here the double crochets at the end of the beginning of the row. And every double crochet gets 2 half double crochet stitches. So you see here the first double crochet. So start with a chain 2 to bring up your work, and then inside around this double crochet you make 2 half double crochet. So 1 and another one in the same, around the same stitch, like this. And then we make 1 in the stitch here, so yarn over, insert in the stitch and make it half double crochet, and then 2 in the double crochet here, so 1 and another one, and then 1 in the stitch here, half double crochet, and 2 in the space, 1 and 2, then 1 in the stitch and 2 in the space. One in the stitch and 2 in the space. Now, this is your repeat for this whole row. So make your row of half double crochets, 2 in the space, 1 in the stitch, 2 in the space, 1 in the stitch. Okay, I am at the last stitch before the middle, and you see I made here 1 half double crochet in the double crochet space. We need 1 more, and we make a half double crochet 2 together in the double crochet space on this side and 1 on the double crochet space on the other side of the middle. So yarn over, insert in the space, pull up a loop, yarn over again, insert in the space after the middle, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 5 loops on your hook, and then continue making 2 half double crochets. So this double crochet space needs 1 more half double crochet, and then 1 in the stitch, 2 in the space, 1 in the stitch, 2 in the space, all the way until the end, and then I'll meet you back. I made my last 2 half double crochet in the space, and now I need to make a half double crochet in the last, in this stitch, to finish my row. So that is my last stitch. So this side is done. Now it is time to make the strap, and then we attach to the other piece, and then work away along the side on the other side, and then make a strap, and then we're all the way around. To continue, there are 2 options. I measured, I need 20 centimeters or 8 inches for me to cover my shoulder part. You can chain up the amount of stitches you need to get that length, so the length that you wrote down, or you can make a half double crochet foundation chain for the length you wrote down. Both options are okay, there's no difference. If you chain, in the next round you work a row of half double crochet on top of the chain, and if you make a half double crochet foundation chain, then you work your chain and your half double crochet row in one. So for the chain, you chain just like this, chain until you have the length you need. So I need 20 centimeters or 8 inches, and then in the next round I have my half double crochet in every stitch, and then in every chain you make a half double crochet and then work until the other side. If you make a half double crochet foundation chain, then yarn over, insert in this stitch again, so where your last half double crochet is made, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then yarn over, pull through 1. So this is your chain, so hold this chain between your fingers or put in a stitch marker so you know this is the stitch where you insert your next, where you make your next stitch, or where you insert your hook. So yarn over and finish your half double crochet. Yarn over, insert under the 2 loops of the stitch you held, and when you turn a little bit, then you see here the 2 loops of that stitch. So insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook. Then we need to make a chain first, so yarn over, pull through 1. So this is your next chain. Hold this chain between your fingers and finish like a normal half double crochet. So yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert under the 2 loops of the stitch you held between your fingers, or the stitch where you place your stitch marker, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 1. This is your next chain. Hold that chain, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert in the stitch you held between your fingers, like this. Then yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 1 loop to make your new chain, hold this chain and finish your half double crochet like this. Yarn over, insert in the next chain, under 2 loops, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 1, hold this one, and yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. And you see, by doing this, your row of half double crochets continues in the shoulder strap, and I should show it like this. So this is the direction that it should go. So make this the size you need. So I make this 8 inches or 20 centimeters. Maybe you need more, maybe you need less. Just make what you measured on your body. If you have that length, then I'll meet you back and show you how to attach the other side. If you make a chain, then have your half double crochet row here and then chain up the length you need, and then I'll meet you back and show you how to move on. It is both fine. So if you think this is too difficult, then just make a chain and we'll come back in the next row, and then I'll show you how to work the rest. So make this piece the length you need, and then I'll meet you back. Okay, the length of my strap is done. Here you see my front piece, the strap, and now we attach the back piece. So here it is, my back piece. So we need to attach it in this corner. If you made the half double crochet foundation chain, then yarn over and insert under the 2 loops of the bottom of the chain and insert in the first stitch in the corner. Yarn over, pull through both layers, and then make a half double crochet like this. If you made a chain, then just make a half double crochet in this stitch, and then make your 2 half double crochet in the space, and then in the stitch and 2 in the space. So that's what we do. If you make a half double crochet foundation chain or a chain, that doesn't matter. So yarn over and make 2 half double crochet in the space, and 1 in the stitch, 2 in the space, 1 in the stitch. That is the same. I have an end here. So we worked this side, and now we work all the way to the other side in half double crochets. In the middle, I'll meet you back, and then I'll show you one more time how to make the middle stitch. So work until you are in the space before the middle, make 1 half double crochet in this space, and then I'll show you how to make the middle stitch. Okay, I made 1 half double crochet in the space before the middle, and now it's time to make the middle stitch. So yarn over, insert in the same space before the middle, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over again, go to the next chain space, so the one to the next space, the one after the middle, insert your hook, pull up a loop, 5 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 5 loops on your hook. So you made a half double crochet together. We need another stitch, other half double crochet in the same space, so yarn over and make another half double crochet. And now it's just 1 in the stitch, 2 in the space, 1 in the stitch, 2 in the space, all the way until the end, and make a half double crochet in the stitch in the end to finish your row. And then I'll meet you back to show you how to move on. I'm at the end of the row, I need one more half double crochet in the stitch, so in the last stitch of this fan, and then we start our other strap. If you choose to make chains, then chain the length you need for your shoulder straps. If you do a half double crochet foundation chain like me, then yarn over, insert in the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 1 to make your first chain, hold this chain and finish your half double crochet. Yarn over, insert in the chain you held between your fingers. You can also put in a stitch marker if you think that's easier. 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 3 loops on your hook. Like this. So this is the same as you did on this side. So make exactly the same amount of stitches you have here, or exactly the same amount of chains you have here. So finish this part, and if you have the length you need, then I'll meet you back and show you how to finish the round. Okay, I made a half double crochet foundation chain for the length I wrote down and exactly the same amount of stitches as I have on the other side. And now it's time to attach this end to this end, and therefore you make sure your work isn't twisted so that this line is flat, or your chain isn't twisted. If you made a chain here, your work isn't twisted, and also this is not twisted. So keep that in mind. And then we attach to the first stitch here, and then the round is done. To attach your foundation chain to the other side, to complete your circle, we insert under the 2 loops of the, we yarn over, insert under the 2 loops of the foundation chain, so the chain, and then insert in the first stitch, so here, so the corner stitch in the bottom of this stitch, so where you started, and then pull through and pull through the loops of the bottom chain, and then yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. You now attach the bottom, and now we make a slip stitch in the 1, 2 second chain from the beginning chain 2, like this. And now we attached the top of our double crochet half double crochet foundation chain. If you made a chain, then make a slip stitch in the top of the second chain from the beginning chain 2. And now it is quite easy. We now need to make 2 rounds of half double crochet. So we chain 2, that counts as your first half double crochet. So we skip the first one, and in the second we make half double crochet in every stitch across. I am at the middle. I need a half double crochet 3 together, so that's what we're going to do. So we have, this is the middle stitch, and 1 before the middle stitch and 1 after the middle stitch. So yarn over, insert in the next stitch, so the one before the middle, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert in the next stitch, so the middle stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 5 loops on your hook, yarn over again, insert in the stitch after the middle and pull up a loop. You now have 7 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 7 loops on your hook, like this. And this creates a little bit of a V at the front of your neckline. And then just make 1 half double crochet in every stitch across until you are at your shoulder strap. I'm at my shoulder strap and I have one more stitch on this side, and then so the 3 in the corner. There we make a half double crochet 3 together as well, because we want our strap to go up, and if we work just one stitch in every stitch, then your strap wants to go to the outside. So yarn over, so the 3 stitches in the middle, that's what we need. And if you have a half double crochet foundation chain, then you just need use the stitches. If you have a chain here, then you work the first and the second in the stitches and the third in the chain. So the stitch is the same, only the place to insert your hook is different. So yarn over, insert in the next stitch, pull up a loop. Yarn over, insert in the next stitch, pull up a loop. Yarn over, insert in the next stitch or in the first chain, pull up a loop. 7 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 7 loops on your hook, like this. And then just make 1 half double crochet in every stitch or in every chain across, and make half double crochet 3 togethers in every corner. So also in this corner, so in the last chain, the corner stitch and the stitch after the corner stitch, or in the 3 stitches in the corner when you have half double crochet foundation chain. Then make a half double crochet 3 together, make a half double crochet 3 together in the middle stitches at the front or at the back, and then 3 together in this corner. And then if you worked your way around, then I'll show you how to create that stitch in this corner. And so keep working, making half double crochet 3 togethers in every corner and in the middle. And if you have 2 stitches left before the end, then I'll meet you back and show you how to finish your round. I have here 2 stitches left and then my last stitch. So yarn over, insert in the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert in the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert in the stitch where your chain 2 comes out. So use that stitch again and pull up a loop. So this stitch is in front of the chain 2 from the beginning, and then pull through all 7 loops on your hook like this. And then don't close your round with a slip stitch in the top of the chain 2, but close your round in the first half double crochet. So insert in the first half double crochet of the round and make a slip stitch to close your round. And then you repeat this round one more time. So you chain 2, half double crochet in every stitch until the 3 stitches in the middle, and make a half double crochet 3 together in the middle at the front and on the back, and make a half double crochet 3 together in every corner for your straps. Work your way around, and if you have your 3rd round done, then bind off and weave in your end, or make one more round. If you think you want some bigger straps, then do that. Work your way around, bind off, weave in your end, and if you are done, then I'll meet you back. I have 2 stitches left before the end, so I finish the piece with you. So yarn over, insert in the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert in the next stitch, oops, insert in the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, and insert in the same stitch as where you start your chain 2, pull up a loop, and then yarn over, pull through all 7 loops on your hook. like this, and then close your round with a slip stitch in the first half double crochet. So not in the top of the chain 2, but in the first half double crochet. So insert, pull up a loop, and pull the loop through the loop on yoke. And then your top is done. You can cut your yarn and bind off. Weave in all of your ends. I need a couple of ends to weave in myself, and then your top is done, or your yoke is done. Your top isn't done yet. You can choose to make the bottom out of fabric. Then I recommend picking a big piece of fabric, a rectangle, 3 times the width of your mandala. So the width of your mandala times 3, that should be the width of your rectangle. Then fold the piece of fabric in half, close the side seam and the bottom, because the height of the rectangle is the height of your top. From this part to where you want your top to fall. So that's the height plus an inch for the seaming. So rectangle in half, close the side seam, sew the bottom so your seam is nice, and then place your fabric in the top, so in the top, and then place the top of your, it's a cylinder then, so place the top on this line. So from the middle of the mandala to the outside. So place it in here and then down, and then you can sew your yoke to the top, and then your top is done. I'll show you an example. You can also just make a crocheted bottom. Then you need to figure out how to make the bottom in crochet. But I like the fabric one. I have a chiffon. So place the piece inside and let your top be on the same height as the top of your mandala. Then fold the other one and then sew this part and this part on both sides to your fabric. And you can choose to make the top a little bit wider to the bottom, so you have an A shape, or you can choose to make a straight top. And you see here the both ends of my rectangle or my cylinder sticks out. This is a little bit for my arm holes, so make sure you divide it evenly over your work, so you have a little bit of ripples. I don't know if that's the right word, but so you can close your bottom, and then the bottom is like this, just a hemmed with a hem, and then your top is all done. You can choose any kind of fabric, any color of fabric, and you can choose any color of yarn. That's totally up to you, so you can vary with this a lot. If you like this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up, and if you aren't subscribed yet and you want to, then click on the subscribe button and the bell button next to it. If you like this tutorial, give me a thumbs up, and if you have an idea or a question, let me know in the comments down below. See you next time. Bye.